And now introducing Dr. Njakere Damages.
Thank you. Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world, New York City. New York City is so great that rich men like Donald Trump are allowed to carry blonde squirrel on their heads. This week, world media reported that Egyptians have started the process of freely choosing their leader for the first time in 5,000 years. Oh yeah,
wow.
It's 5,000 years. So this thing will take that long? Nigeria is just 98 years. So we need another 4,902 years before we be able to choose our leader. That's long. That's terrible. But thank God, President Jonathan is on the case. His transformative agenda may hasten it up for us. Yeah, he recently nailed down the matter with Nigeria in one simple sentence. You watch.
Within this period, Nigerians who have one thing or the other to do with the civil service complain of one thing or the other.
Yeah, Boham, he got it. The crux of the matter, the center of the issue. Meanwhile, the president of Mali was beaten up by demonstrators and taken to the hospital with head injuries.
What?
You see, that is the difference between all these small African countries and Nigeria. You don't need to beat up Nigeria's president to give him head injuries.
Exactly.
Head injuries are one of the prerequisites for the post of the president of Nigeria.
Oh, Lord.
If you're in doubt, listen to this. The Ota chicken farmer, Olusegun Obasanjo, has called a majority of Nigerian lawmakers and judges rogues and armed robbers. Yeah. How I wish that man could be president of Nigeria for just one day. Just for one day. So sad. Well, those in the National Assembly did not take it lightly.
Imagine.
Here is one of them reacting to Obasanjo. You watch.
As a member of the National Assembly, I know I am not an army robber. I am not a rogue. And I know, Mr. Speaker, although the statement came from somebody who lacks the integrity. Therefore, one, and Mr. Speaker, the former president is always against the National Assembly because we deny to allow him to continue or to amend the Constitution, allowed him for that term.
I agree. The man is not an armed robber. Look at him again. He's not an armed robber. Now, this is an armed robber. No, not that one, not that one. Now, this is an armed robber.
This is almost an action replay from another building society. The robber strolls to the counter, but as he threatens staff, the security screen shoots up. Thinking the doors have been locked, the robber shouts at the staff.
Excuse me, there's a customer here, and if you don't open the door, you don't open the door.
Once again, the door only needs a gentle pull to open, but the robber uses brute strength instead. He too has never been caught.
Exactly.
Yes. In the future, I expect Olusegun Obasanjo to know the difference. Talking about presidents, the Gambian president is a man after my heart.
Why?
He just announced a total war on criminals in his country.
Say what?
Total war. Obviously, the halfway yeye war against criminal did not work. Who could have seen that coming? Which brings us to our own President Jonathan again. In a show of concern to the demands of the Occupy Nigeria movement, President Jonathan's annual feeding budget has been reduced.
Yay!
It was 947 million naira before.
Yes.
Now it is only 857 million.
Wow. What's the difference?
A whopping 1% reduction.
That's great.
The president may now go back to eating local pomo instead of the imported pomo. As for Patience Jonathan, she said no shaking.
No shaking.
On her own, she has removed fresh shrimp cut off the waters of the Bahamas from her nsala soup.
Wow.
Yeah, good woman, very good woman. Now, here are the top 10 changes in the diet of President Jonathan due to the inhumane cut of his feeding allowances. Number 10, crystal wine is out. Ogogoro with roots inside is in. Number 9, smiling he-goat heads are out. Now, President Jonathan makes do with heads of stinking he-goats discarded by Okija Shrine.
Okija Shrine?
Number 8, Chinese Indomies are out. Now, Abba-made Indomies, spiced up with sand, are in.
Wow.
Yeah, terrible. Number 7, fresh brewed Jamaican tea leaves, Igbo, are out. Agege tea leaves are in.
Oh, no.
Number 6, duck nyash are out.
What?
Fowl nyash are in. Number 5, no more lobsters with painted nails for the president. It's over. Number 4, instead of eating grilled chicken breast, the president now makes do with grilled chicken intestines.
Wow.
Terrible, terrible. Okay, number 3, before the cut, grilling was done with charcoal. Now it's done with old tires.
What?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Number 2, foreign dignitaries visiting Aso Rock are no longer taken to Hilton hotels.
Oh, yeah.
The president now takes them to Mama Put restaurants.
You're kidding me.
Oh yeah. And the number 1 change that has taken place is that instead of having organic egg with cheese for breakfast, the president now drinks pap without sugar.
Wow.
So terrible. Akamu. In Enugu, in a speech in Enugu, President Jonathan said that something went wrong with Nigeria since the amalgamation. Wait, don't tell me. I know, don't tell me. I know what went wrong. The amalgamation. But since we are now glued together, we might as well pay the husband $200 and let him release us.
Hey.
This one pass you. Things Fall Apart was named one of the 50 most influential books of the last 50 years. Very good, Achebe's work, very good. I guess this may be the time for me to read it, don't you think?
Yeah.
Or should I wait a little bit longer?
You've not read it.
Don't think I'm the only one who has not read the book. President Jonathan has not read the novel too.
Hey.
Oh yeah, but he's making his way up there. Here is our dear president reading the children's book by Chinua Achebe, Chike and the River. You watch.
The book Chike and the River by Chinua Achebe. We are going to read different sections. I'll refer you to different pages. Chike lived with his mother and 2 sisters in the village of Umuofia. His father had died many years ago. His mother worked very hard to feed and clothe her 3 children and to send them to school. She grew most of the food they ate: yams, cassava, maize, beans, plantains, and many green vegetables. She also traded in dry fish, palm oil, kerosene, and matches.
I swear. After a long delay, JAMB has reduced the cutoff mark for those trying to enter the university from 200 to 180.
Wow.
Finally, Patience Jonathan goes to school.
Hallelujah.
I think we all can agree that anything to get her back to school is good for Nigeria's national security.
Yeah.
Even Boko Haram released a statement in support of Patience, saying, and I quote, "We can do with 1 less bomb." Talking about bombs, Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe this week wiped away the tears of our own Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. He told Auntie Ngozi that he was saddened that she did not make it to the World Bank. This is the word of Mugabe. You know, these Europeans are very selfish, Mugabe said.
Very selfish.
They want to retain power by all means.
Yeah.
To which the people of his country, they said, hello,
Hello.
hello,
That describes
can you look in the mirror, hello. In Bayelsa, Alamesia, the former governor of Bayelsa State, whose impeachment for corruption set the stage for the emergence of Governor Jonathan, last week asked his brother Jonathan to legalize bunkering. In case you've forgotten Alamesia, he was the man who escaped money laundering charges in Britain by dressing like a woman.
Yeah.
The self-made Governor General of Ijoland said that giving his people license for bunkering will address the poverty in Ijoland.
Wow.
After all, bunkering is to Ijo people what Indian prostitutes wear to Abacha Asura. An old English proverb says, we should put our money where our mouth is.
Right.
And I put my money in Facebook. I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, me too.
Bola Tinubu did the same thing. And after a week of trading, here is what happened to Tinubu's mouth. Meanwhile, the Facebook founder, Mark Zuckerberg, made billions. Everyone was impressed, but not our former oil minister, Dan Atete.
Wow. Why?
Dan was like, do you have to know a billion people to make $1 billion?
I know.
I only know one president, and I made $1 billion.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, to celebrate, Mark got married last week.
Aww.
He invited his 1 billion friends to the wedding, and only 250 showed up.
Hey.
Terrible.
Wow.
Let that be a lesson to you all. All those who send you birthday greetings on Facebook will not show up when you need them to help you move to a new house. In Europe, Chelsea football team won the European Championship Cup.
Yay!
Prophet TB Joshua lost. He was right on the money that Chelsea will win. And then he panicked and changed what God told him. The same way he panicked and changed what God told him about his career. God said to him, carpentry, but he chose priesthood.
Wow.
Talking about careers, many of you may not know this, but the Banj was a security guard in London some 9 years ago.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
right.
He told one of his cocolets in an interview. You watch.
Oh, it's not negative. I think people just genuinely want to hear your voice on these issues.
No, not that one, not that one, not that one. This one. This one, yes, you watch.
Yet you've only just released your first single in the UK.
Yes, and we're number 9. I'm number 9. I'm telling you. I called my mom. I said, Mommy, we did it. Mommy, we have done it. This same country that I was in 9 years ago, you know, it's so humbling because 9 years ago I was doing security here in London. And for me, 9 years now to be number 9 in the whole UK with my first single is just humbling.
But you got your big break in London, didn't you? Tell me what happened.
I actually used to live here, and it's so funny because it's this area, Plumstead, Abbeywood, you know, South London used to be like, we're coming here this morning, I was passing some places and I had to like bend down. I was like, oh, I remember that spot. Oh, I remember that spot.
We're glad to have you back.
I'm glad to meet you. Top of the morning to you, Governor.
Yes, that one, yeah. Now, the Banj song is number 9 on the UK chart.
For real?
Maybe it's time I listen to God and leave this comedy thing alone.
I'm telling you.
And return back to being a security guard.
Praise the Lord.
Last Mother's Day, Time magazine published a picture of a mother breastfeeding her 6-year-old son.
Ew.
I can't wait to see what they will do this Father's Day. Their scoop, putting Jacob Zuma's Keniko on the cover, has been stolen. Now, I leave you with this only in Nigeria story. A man dragged his wife to a divorce court in Lagos
Okay.
after she cut off his genitals for demanding too much sex. In court, the woman apologized. Yeah. And she pleaded with her husband to forgive her. She promised that henceforth she will fulfill all her obligations as a wife, including allowing him to have sex anytime he wanted. Wow. Isn't that great? Well, there's a slight problem with that.
What?
The man's Keniko is gone.
Hey!
That's our show for today. Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself.
Thank you.
Welcome to First View Luxury Hotel. At First View Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit First View Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeola off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Festac, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 080-7578-7135 or 080-9990-0601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.firstviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. First View Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.